Tim Waltz, the new vice presidential candidate running alongside Harris, but most importantly, what has he said about Social Security and where does he stand with it, and how can that affect your Social Security if Harris and Waltz are elected as president and vice president? Also, I'll play the latest video clip about Social Security.
Because Congress has been stealing the money from Social Security and spending it on other programs.
And I'm going to give you some other important updates as well. Before I dive into the main content, if you appreciate these Social Security updates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Social Security updates. So Tim Waltz, Vice President, what he said about Social Security. So this is important. So now that Vice President Kamala Harris is now the Democratic nominee for presidential election, she has chosen Minnesota Governor Tim Waltz as her running mate. So voters are sizing up both former President Donald Trump and Harris when it comes to their Social Security policies. So changing Social Security hasn't happened in a while, and almost no president has acted on it in a while as well. A lot of presidents and presidential candidates have said that they're going to do something about Social Security, but both Trump and Biden haven't done a single thing about Social Security when they were both presidents. So Minnesota has long been one of the 12 states that taxes Social Security benefits, meaning less money in many seniors' pockets despite their fixed incomes and the high inflation they face. So it's kind of interesting that Waltz, now age 60, has his state, because he's governor of Minnesota, taxing Social Security benefits. So I feel like that's not really a good start to begin with. However, back in 2022, Waltz has said he would be on board for getting rid of Social Security tax for a large number of Minnesotans. I don't think those at the top of the line, millionaires and billionaires, are concerned about Social Security tax. This indicated he was in favor of getting rid of tax for 90% of Social Security recipients, but believed the top 10% should still pay the tax. Seems like it could have been a quick fix, especially if 38 other states are not charging taxes for Social Security recipients. I feel like should have just got rid of the taxes to begin with. Saying that he wants to do it doesn't really mean much. So the retirement funding program benefits seniors and those with living disabilities with monthly checks. All right, let's get to the other stuff that he's saying. So several lawmakers have proposed changes to Social Security to fix its solvency crisis, but some top solutions like raising the retirement age or lowering benefits remain unpopular among Americans. Both Waltz and Harris have shown commitment to fully fund both and find more money for the program from taxes on high earners. Both Harris and Waltz have discussed millionaires and billionaires not paying their fair share, and this playing a part in the coming budgetary shortfalls these programs and others are going to encounter. It's difficult to know if those potential tax increases will occur, as it will depend on what type of Congress a Harris-Waltz administration would have to contend with. So not much being spoken about from Waltz about Social Security. Basically saying that, he wants to help Social Security, not really helping out his own state when it comes to Social Security. I think to tax Social Security makes no sense at all. That's why 38 other states are not taxing it. So that's pretty much all there is when it comes to Tim Waltz and Social Security. This is talking more about J.D. Vance and things like that, but we'll get to that in another video. First, let's take a listen to the latest Social Security clip.
A new report spelling major trouble for Medicare and Social Security.
Experts say the two programs are underfunded by a huge number, $175 trillion. That's almost 2 times the entire world's economic output. And while payments have increased in recent years, Social Security cash reserves are set to dry up by 2033, which will lead to massive cuts for Americans 65 and older, a demographic that increased by 35% this past decade. So it's all a squeeze. Here to react, FreedomWorks chief economist Stephen Moore. Stephen, thanks for being here. That's a number we can't even fathom. So $175 trillion underfunded over 75 years. What does that mean?
Well, Pete, good to be with you. And this isn't something that just happened overnight. This has been something that people like myself have been warning about for over 30 or 40 years. We knew that the baby boomers were going to retire. I'm a boomer. I was born in 1960. I just turned 64. And we knew that, you know, the cohort of children behind them was fewer. And this has been a pay-as-you-go system. And here's the thing. Yes, these problems have huge financial problems, but for somebody like me and somebody who's in their 60s or 70s, to say we're going to cut your Social Security benefits, I think, Pete, is unfair. I mean, I paid into this system every paycheck I got since I was 18 years old, 12% of my paycheck, and I'm getting a lousy, $2,000 a month benefit. Come on, if we had put that money into a 401k plan, which is something I've always favored, I wouldn't be getting $2,000 a month. I'd getting $10,000 a month, and I'd be able to say, give my grandkids and kids $1 million in benefits. So no, we shouldn't be cutting benefits. Now, how did we get into this crisis, Pete? It's because Congress has been stealing the money from Social Security and spending it on other programs. Rachel, if you did that in the private sector and then you stole money from a pension fund, they'd throw you in jail.
Yeah, and the reason they're stealing money from Social Security is because they're spending too much. So we got money going to Ukraine,
Exactly.
we got money going to the illegals. And so
Exactly.
So what's the solution? I mean, is there something, like if you were advising, say, Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, what would you tell Congress to do to solve this?
Yeah.
Because, RT said, what seniors need to know, but I'm actually thinking me and Pete and our kids are just going to get zero.
Yeah, so it's a great question, Rachel. We ought to, starting tomorrow, allow every young person in America who's working.
Oh, come on. Just when he was going to give us the answer.
We ought to allow every young person who's working to do...
What?
We don't know.
We're going to have him back because I'm telling you, I want to know the answer to that.
I would also
That's
love
a big tease.
I've long wanted to opt out of Social Security.
Me too.
It's actually a voluntary program. You can actually
Really?
Well,
technically speaking. Oh, here he is. He's back.
Well, let's ask him
Maybe
that.
speculation. Go ahead, Stephen.
I want to be clear about this. You'd still have to put 10 to 12% of your money into a saving account. Another would be like a mandatory saving account, but for every young person, they get much more money out of it. Now, Medicare, by the way, we haven't even talked about that, Pete and Rachel, that has even bigger problems, and it's such a joke because remember what they called Obamacare, the quote, Affordable Care Act? Do you think health care is affordable? Medicare has gone bankrupt because the government has so screwed up the health care system. I don't even know where to start with that, but I guarantee you, Obamacare made the system much worse. And Biden also, he stole a couple $100 billion from Medicare to pay for all these other programs in the Affordable Care Act. So they're using Medicare and Social Security as a piggy bank to pay for all these other programs, Rachel, that you were just talking about.
Yeah. You know what I think? I think we could solve Medicare by getting Americans healthy. And one of the things that I think members of Congress should work on is talking about our food supply, GMOs, getting rid of all, stop subsidizing ultra processed foods. We can get healthy and solve that problem to some degree. But big pharma and big food want us sick, and it ends up costing us a lot of money. That's my thought there.
I'm okay with that, Rachel, as long as you don't take ice cream away from me. I'm fine.
But natural ice cream, I just had some last night. I made some at home.
I like synthetic ice cream. It's
I
really
know.
good.
What are your thoughts on that? Seems like a lot of people have ideas for Social Security, but Congress is the only group of people that could actually take action and change Social Security, yet nothing is being done there. Let me know your thoughts. And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully cheer you up a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella, tip of the day. I want to say that never let bad vibes take over you. You have to let the good vibes just let you free. You have to always be good and always be humble and always be great to everybody. And I love making these tip of the days for you guys because you guys are my friends. Bye! I want to do a tip of the day. Hi guys. Hi. This is my tip of the day. I want to say don't going the road. If you cross, you'll get smushed. And have a great day. Bye.
Donald Trump has a huge plan to change Social Security for millions of people. You are not going to want to miss this over here, as I'll play you the latest video clip from Trump, as well as his big plan for Social Security. Pretty bold. So click that video now, and I'll see you in that video. Take care. Be safe. Thank you for watching.